Aaron Rodgers. He said earlier today, I made it clear my intention was to play for the New York Jets. He said that earlier this morning on the Pat McAfee show. We had heard the murmurs from a reporter here. We had heard the murmurs from a reporter there. But finally we heard it from Aaron Rodgers himself. I need us on camera. I'm done with the quote. Get us back on cam. Get us back on cam. Get us back on camera, please. Shady, I was shocked by how the dialogue went.
Right.
Because when I was hearing Aaron Rodgers talk, I was a little bit confused internally. At first, I don't like how Aaron Rodgers carries himself. For context, they asked Aaron Rodgers, hey, how long did you meet with Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets? He said, how long did you meet with him? He said, well, sun sets in California about 6:30, so we probably would have been done with the meeting around 6:15. He showed up. I'm like, bro, just tell me 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't need you to...
6 hours carried to one.
Yeah. Like Aaron, stop trying to be smarter than everybody, please. But when I thought about if I felt differently about Aaron Rodgers after hearing the conversation, I thought to myself, I love that Rodgers is empowering himself as an athlete.
That's right.
I love that Aaron Rodgers said, bump the media. I don't need y'all to carry my mic for me. I can carry my microphone for myself. I love that Aaron Rodgers came out there and he spoke all truth. He said, look, I was 90% retired when I went to the darkness retreat. When I came out, I realized, I still got the juice. He said, I wanted to meet with the Jets personnel. I did not give them a demand list of players I wanted to play with, but I just wanted to meet with them and see what's up. So my mind was illuminated as I heard Aaron Rodgers talk. But Shady, I know you have had several incredibly captivating opinions on Aaron Rodgers that the world need to hear. Did you feel differently about Rodgers after today?
Yes, I did. Now, first of all, Aaron Rodgers, I want to apologize to you, man. And I should know better because I'm an ex-player. I know this, where you got this leaked story came out, this rumor, this source. And, now I'm on TV, I start to believe it. And I'm happy that he cleared the air. I'm so happy nowadays that you have social media, you got these podcasts where players can control the narrative. No. I don't care what the team is saying. This is what I'm saying. And I love that Aaron Rodgers said that. Because now, the truth be told is, the Packers have been shipping him around, trying to get the best deal for Aaron Rodgers, right? When he went to his little retreat, the dark hole, whatever you want to call it. When he came out, he probably felt that, okay, you guys shot me around. Now you got the urge to play again. It lit a fire back up under him. So now when he wants to go play for the Jets, and also that list pissed me off, and guess what? There wasn't a list. There wasn't a list. So I'm just saying, you heard what the man said, and I got to take his word for it. So I want to say this to A-Rod. I apologize. I love that you're taking control of the narrative and you're putting out there what really went on. Listen, Packers, because at first we all thought that it was Aaron Rodgers slowing everything up. It wasn't. It was the Packers. So Packers, you talked all this talk. He was great for the franchise. We love Jordan Love. You love him. Let's see. Get the deal done with the Jets. Send my man A-Rod to New York, to the Big Apple, and let's see what happens.
Slick, you are the reporter.
I'm glad you went to Slick. I'm glad you went to Slick.
Speaking of, but you are a reporter. You've been reporting, if I'm not mistaken, since 1993. The only reason I aid you is to let the world know of your credentials.
You've been doing it for a while.
So you've been doing it for a long while. You're good at what the heck you do. You were making some noises while Shady was speaking, kind of eliciting the fact that you don't necessarily agree.
Right. No, I do not at all. And my feelings about Aaron have changed as a result of today's announcement and the way he handled it, but not in the positive. More so in the negative. Because to Shady's point, yes, he took control of the narrative. But that doesn't mean he told the truth. That doesn't. He told it as he sees it. No. There's somewhere between what the Packers are saying and what Aaron is saying is what is actually the truth. And for example, you said there's not a list, okay? But he did say that the Jets asked about a variety of receivers, who he liked and who he didn't like. So the idea that the Jets might have taken, this is who he wants. I've told you guys, I've been in an office with a GM when another GM called, and they talk. There's a lot of talk in code. You don't go specifically, I want A, B, and C. You go, you know what we could really use was A, or we could use B. And the other side goes, that's what it's going to take to get a deal done. So the idea that there was never a list or he didn't make any demands, I'm not there. And then the other part...
I got to call timeout. Okay. Slick, let me get a 20. Is it 20, Slick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's a quick one. Get a full, That's a quick
one.
one. No, we're not going full.
Big 20. if Aaron Rodgers is going to have the courage to go out and speak his own truth, which so many athletes do not do for whatever reason, and he is going to speak what appears to be the truth, so much so that he called out ESPN insider Adam Schefter, and Adam Schefter put the tweet out literally to the degree verbatim of what Rodgers said. How can you not now believe what Aaron Rodgers is saying in totality?
I'll go back to him saying that he was vaccinated, except he wasn't. Like, he doesn't come into this. No, he doesn't come into this with me.
He didn't say that word. He said,
no, he said, I've been immunized. Okay, but we're playing with words.
Yes.
So what is the possibility
that
he's playing with?
Vaccination stuff go. That's twice you brought up on the show. Get something else.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Why?
Because that's twice you brought up like his political opinion. Like, we're not talking.
No.
about
It's not politics. It's not politics.
It's
not politics. I'm taking you at your word.
All right.
I'm taking you at your word. You're telling me that you're immunized. How are people going to interpret that? Now, you can say, well, I didn't say exactly this, but it's the message that you're delivering. So if he's saying to the Jets, I really like this guy and I like this guy, and you know what, Randall Cobb would really, I love playing with Randall Cobb. What are you supposed to infer from that?
Go ahead, Will.
You don't infer. Like you said, every time guys have conversations, they mention people, but there was no list. There was no wish list. There wasn't like, this is what it's going to take to get Aaron Rodgers. He's trying to move himself. This is between the Jets and the Packers. They're trying to figure out how to make it happen.
Okay.
Because it's them moving on.
But the Jets are trying to get Aaron Rodgers there. And if he's saying, I like these receivers.
He already said he wants to go. He said, I want to go to the Jets.
Yeah.
Whoa,
but I have to listen. I want to go there.
He said, my intent is to go to the Jets.
He said it today. Okay. Why did he have to meet with them to begin with to figure out whether he's going to go there or not?
Most big-time players, they'd meet with the teams.
Absolutely.
To see if it makes sense.
Okay, but that means that it's not a done deal that he's going there. Look, the fact is that it's not up to him. And the fact is, he was thinking of retirement when he was going into the darkness.
Right.
If you're the Green Bay Packers,
you're onto something.
And he's thinking of retirement, don't I have to start making moves? Don't I have to start thinking about myself? Because he's not telling me that he's retiring.
If you're the Packers.
If I'm the Packers.
Well, they've been thinking about themselves since they drafted Jordan Love. They were ready to move on then.
Fair.
And the fact that they didn't, move on is because from 2020 to 2021, he was balling, two-time MVP.
Correct.
So that delayed the whole process. They were ready to move on, and they didn't.
Correct. And yet, by what Aaron said today, he hasn't trusted the Green Bay Packers for years. He's taken issue. And by the way, here's the other thing when it comes to how we're going to say words. He's like, oh, I'm not offended by the Packers. All love for the Packers. I'm going away happy. You didn't sound like you were happy. You didn't sound like you believed in Mark Murphy.
He's probably feeling like that because he's currently in this situation. He's probably happy with his career and how it went. But he's currently in this situation, dealing with all this stuff, which is probably why he's not happy.
Well, here is my, if I can borrow some of this conversation for a moment.
By all means.
Here is my only issue with Aaron Rodgers on the day. Don't act like you the victim. And don't make the Packers out to be the villain. That's my only issue. Because Aaron Rodgers said that when he came out of the darkness retreat, he saw that the Packers, heard that the Packers were shopping him, and that really lit a fire in him to continue playing. That is what he implied. That is what he inferred. But, Aaron Rodgers, if you went into the darkness retreat, your words, not mine, 90% thinking of retiring. So if you are thinking about hanging it up, the Packers are morally responsible to all of their fan base to make plans without you.
And the rest of the team.
Because there is a 90% chance that you're not going to be here. Your words, not mine, not theirs, not his, not the Packers, yours, Aaron Rodgers. So don't come out of a darkness retreat in which you took on your own merit. Don't come out of a darkness retreat where you thought you were going to be done, then be mad that they was looking elsewhere.
But they've been planning. That's the whole point. Yeah, they've been planning for 3 years.
But there's a difference.
And it wouldn't matter because you already have the backup in the building. The backup is already in the building. So if I want to go retire or whatever I want to do, you already have the backup.
But we got to shop, you don't. Because
they can plan the shop, but they already planned for life after.
Correct.
Aaron. They already did.
But the offense which throws me off, Shady and Will, is this. If you committed last year, Aaron Rodgers, he signed a 3-year, $151 million deal, if I'm not mistaken. If you commit to the Packers, and now you're thinking about retiring 1 year into your 3-year deal, we have to make plans without you because you making plans without us.
But you have time to do that because with how the salary cap works is if he's traded after
June 1st. Yes, sir.
Then the salary cap is like half compared to if it's before June, it's double. So you're gonna have time to trade
But
me.
you're not going to have time because you've got free agency and you've got other teams that are making decisions now. Like, you have to make plans now.
Yep.
And he didn't say, I'm retiring. He said, I'm thinking
about
Right.
of
That was his
retiring.
first thought was
So
that.
it's
He
one
do this
foot
every
in,
year.
one
So
foot
why are you so
out.
surprised? He do this every year. Every year he has. I have to think about what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah.
Every year.
So how can you?
So don't be surprised this year. It's the same thing as last year.
Okay, but it puts you at such a disadvantage not knowing. I mean, we're not talking about any quarterback either. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Let's do this, because sometimes we talk ball, and there's 12 years here, there's 12 years here, there's 4 years here of playing, there's 30 years of covering. There's a lot of years of professional sports at this desk. So sometimes for the viewer, we might be talking too much in the weeds. Let's talk relationally. If you're in a relationship with somebody, and they're like, you know what? I'm thinking about breaking up with you. You can either sit here and wait for them to decide if they want to be with you or not, or you can hear those words, I'm thinking of breaking up with you, and say, you know what? If you think about it, I'm going to go ahead and do it for you.
So let me put my spin on it.
Put your spin on it,
So
2-5.
if you feel like that, that means you already have the side chick already on deck, right? Because that's Jordan Love. So you got somebody to tuck just in case I leave.
Yep.
And if every year I say the same thing, baby, I think I might leave you. Right? It don't happen this time. Then I do it again. I'm used to it. Don't be surprised now. Oh my God, I gotta make these moves. Why am I making these moves where I already did it? I already feel like that. It happens every year.
So who do you think is at fault? The Packers or Aaron Rodgers? Who is at fault?
You know
in your
why?
mind?
You know why I'm blaming the Packers? Because like my man said, I don't call him my man, because A-Rod, he's okay. You know what I mean? Tom Brady's my man. But anyway, I feel like Aaron Rodgers said, listen, I want to go play for the Jets, right? You obviously gave me the opportunity to go talk to the Jets, the ownership and all that. So, yeah, it's time for me to go. Why are y'all holding up the trade? You're trying to get too much where you already got your quarterback.
Okay.
And then last thing, how many years is Aaron Rodgers going to play? He's like 39, 38.
Yep. He
got all the white beard. And he's getting old. He look old.
Yep.
2 years left, or I mean, at the most. I see all these. Jalen Ramsey went for a 3rd-round pick. Gilmore went for a 5th-round pick. So it's like, look, man, stop trying to be greedy. You got your replacement. Give me a nice grade and let me get out.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.